When I listen to your music, there is a lot of tenderness and romance in the way you play. So what is the source of this tenderness, of this light touch you have on music?
Thanks for your opinion. I'm playing really from my heart. This is music from Buenos Aires, from Argentina, from the great composer Astor Piazzolla, of one of the latest master of a new tango. And we try to keep his soul and all the vibe from Buenos Aires city. The lyricism of the tango, the passion of the tango, and all the power and sensuality of that music, mixing with, my approach, my background was classical music in my early years as a student pianist, and also playing jazz. So we mix all those influence on this new project with mixing tango and jazz.
Astor Piazzolla, his music is such that everyone who is touched by this music can discover something about himself and about the world in general. And from your own experience from working with this material, what can you say about the new ideas that the music of Astor Piazzolla gave you when you started working with it so deeply?
The music of Astor Piazzolla is very familiar for me because, I started listening to his music when I was 10 years old. So I grew up with his music. The language is very familiar for me since I live in Buenos Aires. So in other words, it's the music from my land. So I hear so many musicians around the world playing Astor Piazzolla's music, which is fabulous. But, in the sense that we play, is something unique and very personal because it's coming from an Argentinian musician. So we have a special flavor and a special way to understand Astor Piazzolla's composition.
And how can we hear that in the concert that you will have in Sofia? So what will be the feeling that you will immerse us in performing Astor Piazzolla?
I can tell you that if you are sitting on the audience and you close your eyes, you can feel Buenos Aires with the grandiosity of the orchestra, with that magnificent orchestra and an excellent conductor, maestro Francisco Noya. So he understands also very well the music of Astor Piazzolla and the sense of tango, mixing it with a wonderful classic orchestra. So it will be a very nice program.
Yeah, you describe Buenos Aires as a living being. So what is it like to have Buenos Aires inside your heart?
Good question. Well, Buenos Aires is a city where many different cultures live together. Basically, Buenos Aires at the beginning of the 1900s was filling with immigrants coming from Italy, from Spain, from all around Europe. So the influence of the tango, I would say, mostly came from Napoli, from Italy. So the music is, with all that background, sentimental background of the immigrants, and still in these days you can feel that in Buenos Aires in some areas of the capital. It's a very passionate music, and it's so sensual, as I told you, very soulful.
We so much need passion and soulfulness in our lives, so we are looking forward.
Absolutely.
We do need that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's food for the soul.
You said that you started with classical music, but throughout the years you worked with who is who from the world of jazz. So what is it like to live a life with jazz music being a big part of it?
Well, just to be honest, it's so crazy. But it's wonderful. In another hand, it's so crazy because we travel the world constantly. So sometimes we do 200 concerts a year all around the planet. So we play one day in Moscow, next day in Cape Town or London. We are moving constantly, and it's a great experience to play for different kind of audience. You know, the reaction of the people is different in Japan than Italy. You know, that is wonderful to perceive the emotion of the audience through this music. It's something unique experience for a musician.
I'm smiling right now because the time is coming that you will discover Sofia and the Bulgarian audience, and I'm sure that you
I can't wait.
you will love both the living city and the people here and our passion for beautiful music. So it is all very near now. And finally, I would like to ask you, because I watched some videos on the internet, and I saw how much the musicians you play with and the audience, they really adore you. They are smiling. They feel happy to work with you and to listen to your music. How do you connect with the musicians and with the audience? You do it perfectly. What is in your heart when you do it, when you communicate with musicians and audience?
Well, starting with that I'm so happy to be soon in Sofia. I'm sure the audience, as well as the musicians, we all will enjoy that concert in the next week. The connection with the audience, and when we played around the world with these unbelievable musicians, for example, with Aldo Meola, that was touring for the last 20 years around the world, we have a gift from the universe that we must give to the audience. That's our mission in life, basically. So we are glad to have that gift. You know, when we give this experience to the audience, I think they perceive we are full of energy from the people, from the audience. You know, every time after the concert, I saw people with tears in his eyes, coming to us and saying thank you for this beautiful moment, for the emotion and the passion. This is the most incredible gift for me. Like my mission and my life is done.
I look forward to listening to you in Sofia very, very soon.
Thank you, sir. Me too. I can't wait. My best and warm regards to everybody who loves music in Sofia.